Hey guys on YouTube, it's Laundro-Matt back again. So today I've got for you a new acquisition of mine. It is a Hella washing machine, 7 kilogram, 1200 spin. There's the model code, HFLW7. I've never seen this type of machine, this style of machine out and about. Maybe I've seen one online a while ago, but then this just popped up in a local hardware store called Mitre 10 in Australia, and they had it on a run out special because they were getting rid of them. They were moving to a different style of Hella machine, so these were on the way out. So this is it, but it's a slim depth machine. So if you look at it sort of in comparison to the dishwasher, which is a standard 60 centimeter depth, it's, damn near half the size. So for a 7 kilo, it's quite compact. But obviously you can see the style is quite unique. There's no dials or anything, it's all push button, tap. The drum is incredibly shallow. Shallow. So, if you look at that in comparison to my hand, I can pretty much reach the back. So it's definitely one of those machines that's sort of taller rather than deep. So but it does manage to hold, a fair whack of washing, and it uses a decent amount of water. And it's quite a flexible machine as well. So, bearing in mind that it's 1200 spin max, you can have that on, a good range of cycles, plus the rinse and spin and the spin only. Some machines these days limit you to like 800 on your spin only and things like that, which is a bit daft. But yeah, I'll explain more about it as we go along. There's your detergent drawer, nothing too extravagant about that. Fabric softener in the middle, main wash on the left, pre-wash on the right. If looking at the control panel, I would have thought, when I was first looking at it, I thought you tapped these to select them, but no, there's a program button here that you use to cycle through. The time remaining pops up in the middle, which again was a surprise. I wasn't expecting it to have that, but then, there was quite a big void there, so it makes sense to fill it with that. It brings up the last cycle you used, which for me was a rinse and spin. But and then you just use your program button and you cycle through all your different cycles. As you can see, there's no cotton cycle or standard cotton cycle. That's under the mixed anti-allergy and eco 40 to 60. That seems to be the cycles that run that cotton style of cycle. Mixed you can have up to 60 with a full spin. Eco 40 to 60 you can have up to 60 with a full spin. It's a longer cycle, that's more your 2 hours and 30 minute cycle. Mixed, you can have it, it's quite a reasonable length. Anti-allergy goes up to 90. Anti-allergy, press temp to select your temp, that goes up to 90, that's non-negotiable, so you can't change that. Speed you can have up to 1200. Speed you can have up to 1000 on anti-allergy. There you go. So it doesn't have enough room for the whole number, so you have to look at it a bit closely and go, yep, that's 1000, 0, 600, 800, and 1000. Now your rinse plus, it's not just one rinse plus, you can have up to 5 rinses. So when you press rinse plus to start with, it will tell you the standard amount of rinses, which is 2. You can then add 1, 2, 3. So you can have up to 3 extra rinses, 5 in total, which is pretty good, considering it does a decent length interim spin in the meantime. But the rest are still the fairly standard programs, synthetics, delicates and silk, a drum clean, rinse and spin where you can select up to 5 rinses, so you can just do 5 rinses and a spin on its own if you wanted. which is handy if you want to sort of speed up the cycle, if you're running out of time or whatever. Super quick is a 15-minute cold wash. And you can't really change too much on that, I don't think. Stop. $15-minute cold, you can't change it from cold. You can have up to 1200 spin though, and you can add, you can have 2 rinses on that, which makes it a 21-minute cycle. So that's the quickest you can, that's the longest you can have that super quick cycle running for. But standard, it's just 15 minutes, cold water, 1 rinse, and 800 spin. Yeah, I'm gonna do some darks. We've had a few new detergents pop up on the Australian detergent scene of late, so I'm trialing some. This one liquid I've just tried. It comes in liquid and pods, or drops as it calls them. Originates from New Zealand, I think. Designed in China. Really love the style of the bottle and the colour. Available in Coles if you are in Australia, but you have to keep an eye on stock because it's not in every Coles yet. But there you go. Atomic has popped up in Woolworths. That's another New Zealand origin brand. But yeah, so anyway, I'm gonna stop prattling on. Got some darks. I'm gonna try 2 atomic pods just because I want to get an idea of the scent, because you can't really smell too much when you just smell the pod. It's fresh linen scent. 7 bioenzymes. So you'd hope that it was doing something. But anyway, I'll get loaded up and away we go. So these are what the pods look like. They come in a tray as opposed to a bag, which is a bit different. That's what they look like, sort of 2 greenish liquids with a slightly less clear blue liquid, which is quite nice, quite pretty. Comes in 2 scents, fresh linen and wild jasmine. So I'm hoping Shakira Love Forever will buy the other ones to try. Hint, hint. But yeah, 2 of them have gone in, plus the clothes, so I'm gonna go down and get set up and away we go. Oops. Socks and stuff. Alright. It's come up as mixed, which is what I want. Oops. Mixed. Temp at 40. Speed we'll have up at 1200, and we will add an extra rinse, so we'll do 3 rinses all up. Not putting any softening because I want to know what these pods smell like. So 128, not bad for a cotton, well, a mixed 40, but yeah, away we go. It's got a brushed motor, which is quite nice. It's just one of the few machines now that these days that have this brushed motor. You know, it seems to be these ones that have originated in China that have the brushed motors still. But even then, some of them are moving on to the inverter motors now. Yeah, pretty good. Has a nice deep sort of traditional brushed motor sound to it. Not too whiny. It's one of those machines as well that likes to maintain its level, so it's constantly sort of going to do little top-offs just to make sure it gets to the level it definitely wants. I mean, there's no fancy actions that I've seen so far. It's literally just a standard sort of decent speed tumble back and forth. But do you know what? Sometimes simple is best. You know, we've got so many different machines around that do different things that sometimes it's just nice to have a machine that just goes back and forth quite nicely and just does its thing. The balance sensor isn't fussy on this at all. It sometimes can take a couple of extra goes, but it gets there. So as you can see, it definitely wants to get to a level, which is good. It's refreshing in this day and age. But as the drum's so shallow, you're gonna see a visible level, I think. The last load I did was a decent load of colours like this, and it was up here. So we'll see what this gets to. Might have found its level quite nicely now. Okay, we're on the main wash. An hour left. It'll go into rinsing for the 3 rinses at about 45 minutes, I think. So I'll come back then. But yeah. Good level. It's visible. Like I say, it's just sort of fairly straight to the point. Nothing too fancy. Those pods aren't too sudsy considering I used 2. That's pretty good. Okay, we've just started draining for first interim spin. 41 minutes. rinse 1. Okay, so you get more of a visible rinse level. That's the standard rinse level for across the board, but it keeps topping off to it. So good. Love the fact that it just keeps topping off. Awesome. Alright, final spin. Slight rebalance just for this final burst. 200. Anti-grease. Done. Alrighty, there you go. Thanks guys, and I'll see you next time.